Hello and welcome to Make Up a Story. I'm Alba and this is
Brandon.
And today we have an audience.
For the first time ever in our podcast, we have some friends coming over into your house.
Yes.
And we've got, you present them.
Well, we have Jimmy over here and Charlie. They will be able to talk, but I'm not sure you'll really hear them. Hey. And they have prepared some questions for us.
Yes.
Which basically this episode is going to be all about that, but we'll start just after the intro, right?
There you go.
Roll it. Okay, Brandon, first of all, before we head into the questions, I need you to close your eyes.
Oh, God. Here we go. Why did you start with the podcast like this?
So I need you to close your eyes and extend your hands and tell me, I'm not going to put anything just yet. I need you to tell me what we had for lunch.
If it's a spider, so you had, you made really good falafel.
Yes.
Falafel wrap, and you put cheese, which
right.
I'm not really happy with. You have to put hummus, not cheese. But anyways, I think Charlie will agree with that. And I had some food from Remedy.
What do you think about the falafel? Was it good?
The falafel was really good.
Right, homemade and everything.
It was homemade, yeah.
Okay, close your eyes.
Close it. I had them closed.
Close your eyes and you were like, boom. Okay, there you go. You can open your eyes.
Oh, there you go. You didn't make them. You liar. You didn't make it. I thought she cooked really good, really good.
Explain what that is.
So yeah, for the people who are not watching the videos, I was asking her oh, did you make your own falafels?
What's the recipe?
What's the recipe? Because it was really good. I was surprised, all the flavors and all of that. I was like, well, she knows how to cook a little bit. But now she's handing me over a box of falafel already made, which it looks good. The ingredients,
we
it's
were
nothing
all
bad.
in on the joke. Only Brandon didn't know.
Yes.
Really?
Everyone was like, oh my God, these are so good. What do you do?
You knew as well?
Everyone knew. Sheila's over there as well.
Why do you lie to me?
Everyone knew. So basically, I love cooking and I think I'm decent at it. I'm not great.
You're
but
decent.
falafel is the one thing that I've never been able to make. But these ones are fucking nice. It was too quick. We made 20 falafels, which I'm sure if you actually make it.
The ingredients are good. Ingredients are fava beans, chickpeas, salt, garlic, spices, onion, a little bit of Jimmy, and then that's
a little bit of Jimmy.
Because Jimmy, he cooked the falafels today, so.
Oh, a little bit of spice of Jimmy.
Spice.
I think it's quite good. It's just dried ingredients. So
no, it's really, really
I
good.
just mix it with water, so it was.
But
really
now
nice.
I'm sad that you didn't make them because I was like, oh.
I wish I knew how to make falafel. I love falafel.
The thing is, I don't make falafels. I don't frying them. I feel like.
But as I said, you have the option of just putting a little bit of oil, toast them, and then put into the oven.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Anyway, why are
so
they here?
you've been waiting 2 hours just to show me this in the podcast.
I've had it in my pocket for the last half an hour. Yes.
That was the big thing that you wanted to reveal.
That was the big reveal. Anyway, why are they here? Why are we here?
So, because we have them here over, we had an idea of would it be cool we do kind of a Q&A, which all of them will write questions. They will put them into a bucket.
There it is.
As you can see in the video, and we will just take one question out of that, and we will try to answer. We don't know what the questions are. So I'm pretty surprised. I think Sheila wrote 1,000. Jimmy wrote half one, and then Charlie another 1,000.
Are you already surprised? Charlie, may we have the bucket?
Yes, darling.
Thank you very much. Well, it's a plant pot, actually.
It's a
Do you want to start?
Okay, so I go first.
Well, if you may.
So for the people who are only listening, you have the video option as well on Spotify and on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
Great. Oh, oof. First question. This one is a little bit.
The thing is, will we have to cut something because we won't want to?
I know, but this question, I think we will have different answers maybe. Okay, so first question is, what's your favorite coffee shop in London?
Oh, well, I think it's clear.
No, because it's different. Because this is
well, yeah,
it says coffee shop, not the coffee itself.
Yeah,
Which coffee? No, because some places are really cool, but they don't have a good coffee.
Yeah. I just
you answer first.
I go for the coffee, and
you go for a coffee. Okay.
Literally, so it's a chain, and outside every single chain, they have outside sign saying best coffee in town, and it's actually true, which is Hagen.
Also, your favorite coffee will be Hagen.
Yeah, like I don't care as much about the place as I know other people do.
Charlie will agree on that. Yeah. The best coffee is Hagen. I think we will have to send this podcast to them because we named them already in every podcast.
Can we just get free coffee?
Can we just get free coffee, please? Okay. For me, the best coffee place, I have two answers for that. Best coffee, I think, is Arabica in Covent Garden. They have the best coffee. But
you did a video for them, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a video for them. But because the coffee is really good, what it is, the coffee itself. But as a coffee place, I think the best one, I think...
As in like a place to
go and sit down,
okay.
I will say, is really cute place, Hideaway, as well as in Soho.
Okay.
You've never been, I think?
No, I've never been. I think you all went.
The coffee is really, really good. But the coffee is better in Arabic, I think, in terms of like the taste of it. I don't know. But it's really, really cool, the Hideaway.
I just like coffee. I don't care about the place. I mean, as long as I can sit down.
Okay, first, like, who do you think wrote this question?
I would have thought Sheila because she made like 1,000, but I know we love going for coffee, so I would say Charlie, probably.
No?
No? Jimmy?
Oh, it was Sheila?
Oh, Sheila.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay, so next question.
Okay, let's go.
You didn't recognize the
I didn't
handwriting?
recognize the handwriting of Sheila.
Okay, let's see what this is. I'm actually nervous for opening them. Oh my god. Okay. What do you think of the Spanish scene in London?
Spanish?
A scene. I think that was Charlie for sure.
The scene. Yeah, like
Situation.
How do you think, like the Spanish representation in London, like.
Okay.
Like, what does it mean to you? Like, how do you see
Okay.
it?
You asked
I
to
think
the
that's
wrong people.
I think that's actually a really interesting question. Because I was thinking about it because I, not long ago, I started going to Zumba. And I thought how when I first moved to the UK, I just not wanted to be Spanish at all. I would be like, hey, yo, better, mate. And I would have like, then when I was saying the rest, I would just have like a really strong accent. Whereas now, I feel like I have a stronger British accent, but at the same time, I don't care if you see and you notice that I have a Spanish accent. And I feel like with the time, after having here for like 6 years, I have actually embraced my culture. Not only Spanish, but like Latin culture. And I don't mind going to Zumba to have a dance and shout while I'm singing, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like it took me a while because when I first moved here, I just wanted to break from there. But at the same time, even though I wanted to break from the Spanish culture, when you first move here, you mostly will like hang out with people from Spain or Spanish-speaking people. Did that happen to you, Brandon?
I think it happens to every Spanish. You find more Spanish people here than you find in Spain.
And Latinos as well. It was quite nice.
So your answer to that is that you're happy with it?
No, I think there is a lot of Spanish
Charlie's looking at you, so she wants an answer.
I'm interested.
I actually haven't been to a Spanish restaurant in London.
Me neither.
So in terms of...
Well, I've been.
You've
Yeah,
been?
I've been. In Camden, many years ago, there was one lady who had a business making tortillas, like Spanish tortilla. And it was really... at that time, I wasn't vegan.
Oh my
I was
God.
vegetarian, so I had that. And it was really good. She was from
Okay.
Andalusia.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I think in terms of food, I cannot say because I basically cook my own Spanish food at home. But I think in terms of going out, there is a place called Sevilla Mia, I think, next to Tottenham Court Road.
Oh, yeah, I know them. Yeah,
You know
yeah,
them?
I know them. I know the place. I haven't been inside, but I know the place.
Well, there is like, it's really funny because it's like a really small house, like literally as wide as this one. So in the basement, you have Sevilla, and in the top, you have the Kraken, I think. And it's like a metal place, and then you have like the most Spanish.
Nice.
And I once played the cajon. The cajon is like a wooden box that is for percussion. And I once played the cajon with the live singer there. Oh, you don't know this story?
No, I didn't know that.
So basically what
You're
happened...
really Spanish now.
Yeah, but like I was so bad. I was drunk. So I was like, duh. And the guy said in Spanish, which I of course understood, like, can someone take the cajon off her, please? And I was like, fuck, I wasn't going with the beat or anything. I was just like,
But when was this?
last year, I think, like October, November, December, some.
Didn't know that.
So I think, yeah, so that scene is cool, but it's very like Spanish traditional, whereas I think most of Spanish people, I might be wrong, but I think most of Spanish people are not that traditional anymore. I mean, it's fine to like have a dance and have a laugh, but it's strange. Do you think you did like move away from like wanting to like be portrayed as a Spanish or be like suddenly clocked as a Spanish person? Do you mind it? Because I know you love like listening to stuff in English, like music.
Yeah, I don't hear or I don't listen to any music in Spanish. I don't watch TV shows in Spanish. Nothing. Not even when I was living in Spain. I feel like in the past maybe I was hiding always that I was Spanish because I didn't like it. That's why I was trying to hide speaking in German or in Italian or whatever. People never say to me that I'm Spanish. They always say I'm Italian or I'm from Morocco. So that's the two places. They never say Spain.
Really?
So that for me, I don't know.
I think you have very strong like face structure.
Yeah.
So they'll.
I don't look Spanish that way. But yeah, I agree. Like maybe I'm not really. I'm happy to be Spanish, but I don't have that kind of feeling of proud. I'm proud to be a human in the world. I'm not proud to be a Spanish guy.
You're a world citizen. Wow.
I don't know. Sheila's just looking at me in the back of the camera like, why do you say that? That is true. Like, I don't have to be proud of Spain. I don't have to be... I'm proud that I live in London now.
Wow.
But I like in London, I like how English people see Spain. It's like Spanish people in
Yeah,
Spain.
they're like, why are you here? The weather is so much nicer. And I'm like, yeah, weather, but like, what about
It depends where you're going.
Like?
If you go and live in Canary Islands, the weather is really good. If you live in the south of Spain, it's really good in the summer. But the rest of Spain is like raining and it's not really.
You
like...
know more than me about mainland Spain, so I'll let you speak on that.
So yeah, I think that I'm happy. Happy with the representation of Spain in London.
I think it's okay. I think it's so varied, but no. How do you say it? Varied. Varied. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have
Varied. No,
a translation here.
Sorry, that's the queen.
In real time.
English spokesperson here.
We have the two British here just helping us with the English.
British people.
Two Spanish people doing
Okay,
a podcast
okay.
in English. Okay.
Go for it, Brandon. Next question.
Next question. Here we go. This one is from Jimmy for sure.
He's only made one. Only made one.
Only one, and I think this is Jimmy. How long do you expect to be in London?
That's not me.
That's Sheila.
That's definitely not me.
Oh yeah. Is this a question to me or to Alba specifically?
I think I have a good answer on this.
You want to answer first then?
Sure. So I came to London to do an internship for 2 months.
And look at that, 6 years later.
And then I got a job in a restaurant, and I told my family that I would stay here for the summer. So I even got enrolled in like a new course.
It was a long summer.
So, yeah, so basically, yeah. So I got enrolled into a new course just to do something after the summer in Spain, but I never came back. Essentially, that's my story. Like, I'm gonna save money. Then I was like, I'm gonna go to uni. Then I went to uni. Lockdown happened, and then went back to Spain. But then I got a job in London, so I came back. It's just like, London was calling. How about you? How long do you expect to be here?
I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I love London because of the culture and the work wise, and I love the houses, and I love the people. I love the friends.
You love the houses.
I love the houses. Yeah. I love my house now, but yeah. I don't know. I think I will stay in London as long as I have a good job and I can keep growing. But I
how
guess.
long do you expect to be in London? Or was that the question? Or how long are we expecting in the future? Or in the future. Okay, you go. You finish.
I think I'm gonna be. I don't know. Maybe another year, 2 years, and then maybe we don't know. Maybe we go.
Your house contract is 3 years, no?
Yeah, so I have 2 more years. But I would love the next big city for me will be New York. That's my dream. But I don't know.
Okay.
My couple is looking at me like, oh shit.
My couple, my partner.
My partner.
My couple.
My couple.
Are you polyamorous? Actually, talking about London, I'm going to say something that we're going to have to cut in, but I just want to get your reaction on the podcast.
Why do you say that then?
Oh.
Really?
It's so this conversation will.
We can cut it, yeah. We can keep it for the future.
I was saying stuff that we can put in the podcast.
Okay, next question.
Oh yeah, that was a really good question, eh?
I like the question, yeah. I want to read the one from Jimmy.
I think this is Jimmy's.
Is it long?
Yeah, looks like.
Okay, if you only could spend one day in London, what would it be like? What would it be like? What would you do?
So if you come on holidays and you only spend one day in London?
Or is it us, like, for example, let's say we're leaving tomorrow London and we only have one full day to enjoy it. What would you do? What do you like the most? What do you want to do? That was Sheila.
Yeah, for sure.
This year. Not me.
I will say that because I made it already in the past, so I already left twice London. So, and always what I do, I always like to cross the Waterloo Bridge. I go walk into the Shard and go for a coffee because I love the city on that side. So I'll always do that.
I don't know what would I do. I don't love Central, you know.
I know, but if you are leaving, you want to get the feeling.
Okay, I know. It's a weekday, first of all, that day. So I'm gonna go to Aldgate. I'm gonna have my favorite falafel that they only serve from Monday to Friday in a street market.
For sure, they make it as well with that box over there.
No.
Because I told you, it smells really the same.
No. I believe they make it fresh.
I believe it
Anyway.
as well.
So I would have that for lunch for sure. Like I would just like maybe sit down, maybe like near Tower Hill or stuff like that. But like you see, I wouldn't go to like Leicester Square, Covent Garden. Like, why would you go there?
Because I like that area of London.
If it's like this is London, but that's what all tourists know about London, but not really. I think if I had like unlimited energy, because I know I would get tired and just go back home. If I had unlimited energy, I would probably want to go back to every place I've lived in London
Yeah.
and visit the houses. For a while, I've been thinking of doing a TikTok about it, like go.
This is where I lived.
This is where I lived. This is how much it was. This is how many people I was sharing.
That's good. It's a good
That would
thing,
have
yeah.
been nice, but it's just a trek. Though.
I mean, already on the first podcast, we talked on which places we
Yeah.
lived.
So yeah, I would go back to Streatham. I would go back to my land, which is east, southeast, New Cross. You know, I would go everywhere. I think, and it would be nice. It'd be like a wholesome.
That would be nice. Oh,
Be
it's a
wholesome.
nice idea, yeah.
Yeah. Should we next question?
Next
darling?
question. Here we go.
Sorry, cut that.
Jimmy. Okay, this is. No, I don't think this is Jimmy's.
How many do we have left? Oh, we have 3 left.
This has to be Charlie for sure. If you received £5,000 now, what would you do with that money?
You really don't know Sheila's handwriting.
Questions.
Surely you can recognise the handwriting by now as well.
No
You're like,
way.
"Now who is who?"
Mine's perfection, by the way.
You know, the thing is, like, you never write things on paper, so that's why I don't recognize.
No, but if
No,
you
the
see.
thing is, I write things, but you're gonna read it.
Oh,
Wow,
the dyslexic guy.
my life is amazing here, guys. They all love me.
People love me.
All
yeah.
right, you answer that. So, if you had 5,000 now,
Pounds.
what would you do with that money?
Do you want my clever question or my real question?
No, I want your real question. Clever.
My
doesn't
real
count.
answer. Sorry. My real answer. I would probably buy a motorbike and get the course and everything that I like, because it would easily be 3-4 grand, and then I would save the rest.
It's good.
That's it. What would you do, Brandon?
I think I will buy the new iPhone.
I would buy the new iPhone, the new AirPods, and the new Apple Watch.
Yeah,
and I would give Alba my current one for free. Yes.
No, well, not for free, but well, maybe yes. Yeah, I will spend 2,000 maybe on things that I want to buy for the computer and the iPhone, and then the other 3,000 I will pay the rent.
Would you buy a bike?
No.
No.
No, I will buy the bike another time. Not with that money. I prefer to pay the rent and just forget about the rent for 2 months.
But then you would forget about the rent for 2 months, and would you save that money? That
Yeah, I
you're
will save
saving?
that money, yeah.
Okay. So essentially, you'll save it because you're not paying.
Yeah.
Rent. Okay.
But I prefer to see the money leaving and paying somebody than having it there. So I say, bye-bye, money. And then comes back. Because at the end of the month, you get the money from the company and you go like, oh, yes, I don't have to spend it. Now every time I get paid, it's like, shit, I have to pay everything.
I know how that feels like. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. £300 for them. And I'm like, fuck.
Everything is gone now.
Yeah.
God, every month is the same. It's a fight in London. And the recession is getting worse. So, nope. Okay.
Oh, good.
Next question.
We're moving on to the next question, darling.
Yes. Is Jimmy's question?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, tell me.
I don't think you can reply to this one, but we'll see. What is the craziest thing you've done drunk?
That is not
My
mine.
question. My question. Mine.
Well, there's only 2 options now, so yours one will.
We are going to finish the show without reading the question from Jimmy.
Okay. What is the craziest thing that you have done drunk? You don't drink right now.
I don't drink.
Did you
No.
used to drink before?
No, I think I got drunk once the first time I drank something when I was like 13,
Fuck, I
14.
forgot that, yeah.
And then I think another time in a party that I was like 15. And that was the last time I drank.
Did you do something crazy?
We wanted to do a tattoo on the skin.
No.
So we wanted to do the same. He was my best friend. So he was like, oh, let's... and he was like, no.
Oh my
I
god.
think you're drinking too much there.
Oh shit.
That's the only thing. But I wasn't really that drunk. I think I drank maybe one cocktail and that's it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was 14
14.
and in years with my family.
Yeah.
My cousins are like 15 years older than me, so they were there with with their friends, and they had like rum and shit. My mom was there as well and my aunt, and I started drinking so bad until I literally forgot what had happened. I woke up the next morning, I looked at my feet, and I was like, why don't I have shoes on? I don't remember taking them. Then my next thought was, why does it smell like vomit? And basically, it's not the craziest thing because I don't remember anything, but I think it's my craziest story drunk. After that, I learned, and I apparently got super drunk. And what my mom did to kind of punish me in a way, she just let me go drunk. Because I was like, well, it's better that you do it with the family than when you do it outside, you know what to do. Which, I mean, it's a choice. I'm not sure I completely agree with it now. But she recorded me, and she showed me the day after. And until this day, every Christmas, my family still remind me of it. And my mom still is like, well, one day I'm going to bring out those videos.
She's waiting for the right moment.
But I've told her, like, I would get really pissed off if that happens. I just want them deleted.
That was like 10 years ago, so the quality of the video will not be 4K, so it will be really bad quality.
It makes me drunk 4K or 480p, my friend.
It's kind of sus to like record you drunk though.
It's really bad. I like,
It doesn't sit very well.
and I was like 13, 14, so I wasn't used to swearing in front of my mom. And I was sweating in that video, like I was rolling in the soil. It was really bad.
I think like, because we didn't get, I mean, because you were 13, I was 13 as well, 13, 14. So it's not that you get drunk, it's that you are with a friend and they give you something to drink. You don't know what that is.
No.
I didn't know. Like, I knew it was, but I didn't know what it was, like gin and tonic. For me, I knew what it was, but not what it does to you. So,
But you know what alcohol is, and you know people get drunk.
yeah, no, but
Of course,
it's not the same
experiencing
thing.
it yourself is different.
Your body doesn't really take it that well.
Yeah.
The first time you drink something like that.
And I drank a lot. Like, that I remember. I was like, boom, cubata.
Cubata is in Spanish to say, how do you say that in English?
It's a rum and coke or vodka
Don't have a
and
name for
lime.
that?
No, just say the mix.
Okay.
So when you mix an alcohol with like a soda or coke or whatever, that's how you say cubata. That's cubata in Spanish.
Cubata. Okay, here we go. Next question.
Will it be Jimmy's this time?
Will it be Jimmy's? Yeah, I think it's Jimmy's because I haven't read. Maybe it's Sheila, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't trust myself with
she
the...
did a different handwriting for every single question.
I think she's lying to me and she just wrote in different letters, things. I don't know.
Different
Okay.
typography.
Yeah. How do you describe the difference in terms of lifestyle and attitude inside and outside of London?
Oh, wow, okay.
That's my question.
Really? Oh, you got deep. Wow.
I always do.
Sure thing.
Sure. The difference in terms of lifestyle and attitude. All right, it's a good question. You want to answer that? Okay.
You don't know what to answer. Yes, I can answer. Attitude, do you mean as in attitude of people when you're walking on the street and stuff like that? Or in general?
Yeah.
I think, well, outside of London, the best place that I know outside of London is, of course, where I'm from, Spain. And I feel like the quality of life as well is much better. Like, people probably work like 7 hours and like they'll finish work at 3 p.m. And then they go have like a nice nap and then they do something in the evening. And I feel like that here is almost impossible. Like, you would finish work at 6:30. Well, if you're lucky 5, then you would do maybe some exercise or go to the pub, and you go home and it's time for the next day. In a way, it's a good thing because I remember in Spain, if you drink on a weekday, you're gonna be crushed the next day. In here, you can drink and you'll be home by top midnight, and then you'll be fresh-ish next time. But I agree, like London is such a crazy place, and it goes in such a fast pace, in such a fast pace that it's just crazy to.
So you
be
think
able to-
lifestyle and attitude go by hand, like they're together? It's the same thing.
I feel yes in a way, because as I said, this is really fast paced in London, so therefore people are more stressed out. Therefore their attitude is worse, and I have seen people in the street like literally kicking other people because they are just so pissed off at the world, and I
Yeah,
feel like
well, yeah.
you wouldn't see that where I'm from.
No, in Canary Islands, no, you will not see that. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I think the lifestyle in London, I love it. I love the fact that you can, after work, you can go and see a musical, or you can go to a coffee shop, and you can find people from all around the world. You can meet people from Hong Kong. You can meet people from Netherlands. You become friends of all the people around the world, and I love that. Attitude, I think it depends of experience you have with different
I
people.
want to ask you something. Sorry, guys. When you first came to London, didn't it feel difficult to get close with British people, or no? Well, I guess you were more used to it.
Yeah,
But
no,
it
for
was
me,
difficult.
it's normal. I've been working and living with British people for the last 13 years.
Okay, good.
So yeah, it's not
I guess I
really-
was working in a restaurant. I didn't like really have many British people
Maybe.
around, and the British people that I met, it was just really hard for me to get. Now we're fine, but at the time, it took me a few years of actually getting. through
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it's just because it's not like Spanish people. We are more open and things
And
like
I
that.
feel like we also tend to, of course, you get here and someone speaks your language, so you're gonna get close to them, I guess.
Yeah, but for me, it's different because in Canary Islands and working with them there, it's
Yeah.
just I get to understand them. And I get to see how they react and how they do the thing. So I was in advantage there. And
Yeah, definitely.
I remember that always when I met English people working in the 2010, 2011, they were like, "Oh, you will love London." At that time, I was like,
No
"I'm
way.
never going to London." You know,
Really?
like yeah. For me,
Why?
because I was living in Fuerteventura. I was having the best time of my life there. It's sunny. I have always work, and I was doing what I loved. And so they were, "Oh, you need to come to London. The musicals you will love." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe one day I will go." Look, I mean, 10 years later, I'm living in London like for 6 years.
Ooh. Wow.
But the thing is, like, I love English people. I love the way
What do you like?
they are. I love the way they are. I don't know. For me, Spanish people.
I know that's like a generalization, but what do you like about the way they are?
We won't get offended.
No, I mean it would be something good. I like, the openness, because I love the fact that the English people forget that we are Spanish.
Yeah.
And I love that, because even at work or when we go for a drink or something, talking to them is
They are not thinking that.
they are not thinking you're Spanish and you don't speak proper English, or you don't.
proper.
If you go to Spain and you are English and
Oh,
you
yeah,
go, they will go like, "Oh,
everyone
look at
will
the
be-
English guy. He's trying to speak Spanish
Yeah.
and he doesn't know how
And
to."
they will call you the English guy.
Yeah. Here, no, here they welcome you, and that's something
But I
that I
think-
love.
I don't know what you think, guys, but is that because we're in London? Or would it be in the countryside?
Cosmopolitan
Yeah.
city,
Yeah,
so
it's very diverse. It's very
It's just-
multinational. London in itself. I think there's definitely a difference between the north and south of England, and I think generally Londoners are more southern Brits are a bit more reserved to themselves, a bit more up north, at least my experience, even more open.
Really?
And very talkative and.
Yeah, I'm from up north.
But for example,
Yeah.
if you go to Barcelona and Madrid in Spain, Barcelona is more open than Madrid in that
Yeah.
terms. But even though it's really open, when you go to Barcelona, and they will they will speak to you in Catalan. And if you don't speak Catalan to them, they will look at you a different way, which is something that I had experienced.
Yeah, me too.
And in Madrid, if you're English, most of the places,
Are fine-ish.
yeah, fine, it's a little bit, yeah. But like Spanish people, they are a little bit like, they always look at you in a different way when you're from. If you're German, oh, there comes the German guy. They don't speak.
The
They
German
don't even
guy.
speak Spanish, and they come to Spain. Or like, yeah, well, we go to there, and then we don't speak proper English.
Yeah.
So that's why I love English people.
Last question.
Last question, and it's not from Jimmy.
What are you most passionate about? Is this the one that you made a lot of spelling mistakes?
No,
No.
no, no.
The
not
Spanish one.
I can spell passionate.
I can't. What are you most passionate about? Oh my God, that's a deep question, Charlie. To
Yeah.
end,
She went deep.
to put the pinnacle.
God, I think we are talking in the last podcast about the last episode. We talked about creativity. I think
Yeah.
I'm passionate. My passion is on film. So I love being able to tell a story through the camera.
Through the visual language.
I love that. Like even today
Yeah.
we were playing badminton, and my mind was thinking like, oh, how can I make a cool video showing how much fun I had today.
Mm.
So I'm passionate. I'm passionate about that. What about you? Do you have?
I don't know what I'm passionate about. Computers, maybe.
Well, I'm passionate about Apple as well. I love Apple.
I think. Well, you're passionate about Apple, which is different.
Yeah,
I'm
obsessed.
I think I'm passionate about fixing problems, being editing, because for me, for example, editing is like solving a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, any kind of problem could be also like putting stuff up the wall, like just taking a drill and like those things
Yeah.
that you can do also with your hands, or like plants, like doing some gardening, everything. Like all of that just gives me so much life. It just keeps me happy in a way.
Yeah.
So I think I'm a bit more technical, but yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's creativity as well. Is what we talked. So.
Exactly, that's what we talked in the last episode. But I think that's been all for today.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for the questions.
Thank you for coming.
They took almost an hour to write the questions. It's not easy to write questions to.
Brandon, we were having lunch. Chill.
Yeah, well, but
Almost an hour. All right. Well, thank you for watching, guys. And
thank you.
Yeah, just write a review on on Apple Podcasts.
Well, they can write a review on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts,
But sorry,
and
there's
Spotify.
just one condition. It has to be a 5-star review
5-star reviews only.
only.
If somebody writes a 1-star review, we know it was Jimmy.
If you have watched so far, like, why wouldn't it be a 5-star review?
Yeah, if you make it this far, yes.
Come on. All right. Well, we'll see you next week, guys.
And thank you. That's all for today.
Bye.
Bye.